Hey guys, welcome to Layman's Terms, your source of ignorance and drunken banter. That show that says, "Ow, I stubbed my toe." Um, Still doing Halloween. It's Friday the 13th, and what more horror movie that I can do is the Friday the 13th series. I have one copy of one movie, and I've done it before on this show. Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood, which I'm watching right now. So, this was not very liked by critics. I'm not even going through who was there. I think I met the girl at Monster Mania, because I think they had in one Monster Mania they had all the Jasons, and then Betsy Palmer was at the end, who played Jason's mom. And the only memory I have of Betsy Palmer, she loved the fans. Anyone who came up, big hugs, big kisses, how are you, big smiles, and just just nothing but a sweetheart. That's how we want to remember Betsy Palmer. Nothing but a sweet woman. And of course, I met Kane Hodder, and he almost crushed my hand. But first and foremost, before we dive into this movie, which is playing right now as we speak, I'd like to give a shout out to all the shows that I listen to, starting with the Cyborg Cantina. They had a week off. Jason went to California. Philly Dave did boring golf. I hate golf. It's just a stupid sport. The Escape Pod, they're doing their crazy shit. Used and Abused, Scott is somewhere, and Kim and Dorothy are just holding down the fort. The Podcast of Pain, I had Darius Payne on the show. I have to put that show up. For some reason I can't put it on Facebook. Sweet Studios, he's always doing something crazy. Check him out. Pop My Culture with Sexy Josh, and with him as always Chantel. She was on the show as well. Big shout out to her. She really helped me out for the past couple weeks, just trying to figure out how to put this on Facebook. And I don't like to waste people's times. That's it. If you can't do it, guess what? Don't do it. We're not going to do it. The Orange and Fett show, they're always doing crazy stuff. And Backyard Tartist, he loves Sonic very much. Yeah, man. So I was at a video game store today that sold retro video games, because I'm a retro gamer. I still have the original PS2, the original Xbox, and I'm gonna show you this thing if I can get it. It's just it's a knockoff, but it's like a bunch of games on there, and some of them are really good. But when you put it in and you play them, they're choppy. So I'm a retro gamer. That's it. And I saw Friday the 13th game. It was like, I think it was on sale for like $19. Worth its fucking weight in gold, because it was just one of those nostalgic games. And I see how emulators are built using old games, and I want to learn how to do that. The emulator is like this big, but there's wires to it, and I'm not an electrician, let alone a guy who solders and shit. So there's no way that I can build an emulator, but I'm sure you can. And I'm sure that you can probably erase all the data in this and put in more better games, but with the legit Nintendo Mini. Yeah, if I had the knowledge, I would do it, and I would definitely put that game in there. So Friday the 13th, Part 7, considered the New Blood. The release date was May 13th, probably a Friday, in 1988. I vaguely remember this. I was 8 years old. So IMDb rated this as 5.2 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it 35%, which is fucking bullshit because this is one of my favorite ones. It was directed by John Carl Butcher. Every year when this got made, going back to the first one, it was directed by, oh no, Cunningham. Cunningham was the first guy to direct for the original Friday the 13th. And every year after that, every year they would always make a Friday the 13th, kind of like Saw back in the day. There's like 20 Saws. I just watched the first two and that's it. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. Don't waste my time with that bullshit because it's stupid, in my opinion. Well, there's Jason. No, there's a guy with a machete. Anyway, I can tell I'm going to be like going back and forth. Not like the other show. Not like my other show when I did Return of the Living Dead. You saw me for an hour just watching TV. That's kind of boring. If you were watching the movie with me, it's like, hey, that guy's with me watching this movie. Cool. Doesn't he have something better to do? They always would do a Friday the 13th with a new set of characters. So, number one, there was no continuity whatsoever during these films. Number two, a new director would come in because Paramount wanted to make some money off it, and they would recall all the previous actors, like, hey, you want to do another Friday the 13th movie? And they said, fuck no, I don't want to do it. It just, it's pretty much almost low budget if you think about it. I mean, this movie the budget was $2.8 million, but it grossed $19.2, so it made money back. Not by these standards. Like, if you put out this movie now, like, hey, we're gonna put out part 7, it would be just nationwide. I think it would generate more money than the original date. Jason's gonna beat a girl when she's in the sleeping bag against the tree. It's the best thing ever. Yep. Yeah, man. That's what Jason does. Beats women with fucking sleeping bags. So that's why the continuity really wasn't there. Only the fact that teenagers show up, they have sex, Jason kills them. The end. With part 7, Paramount Pictures always wanted to do a crossover, even in the 80s, with New Line to get a Freddy and Jason series. It wasn't until Daryl Hannay, who was a screenwriter, is like, well, you know what? We can't do this, so why don't we do Jason versus Carrie? And they developed this script because the girl in this movie, she has telekinetic powers. Now, if it was Jason versus Carrie, it would be way more interesting because you have the backstory of Carrie and then you have the backstory of Jason Voorhees. And it's just like, okay, go. Do things. Okay, this is Kane Hodder's first appearance as Jason because he did part 7, he did part 8, he did part 9, Jason Goes to Hell, Jason 10, Jason Goes to Space, and then with Freddy versus Jason, it was somebody else because they needed someone taller than Robert Englund. Now, the fact that Kane Hodder wasn't tall enough, but he's tall as me. 5'9", almost 6 foot. And I don't know how tall Robert Englund is. But yeah, that's all I got for this. So we're just watching this movie right now. So yeah, I met that. I know I met that girl because I was doing massage. I was going to school for being a massage therapist. I blew $30 to go in. No autographs, no whatever. Hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Oh, what's your name? Yada, yada, yada. Says, my name's Keith. I'm going for massage therapy. Wow, good luck. And I'm like, I gotta go. I have to go study. I was a very good student. I think. Anyway, I'm not gonna do it last time where you're watching me watch the movie because I thought it was sort of boring. And what happened was I wanted to delete it and redo it, just like this episode where I'm watching the movie and I can go back and forth and still be present and read the bio of the movie and how it happened and whatever, you know. So that's what we have right now. So no one wants an hour of me. Nobody. So the interesting thing about this movie is that the guy from Weekend at Bernie's is in this one. It'd be a lot cooler if he was dead and they were carrying his body around. I just think it'd be funny, these two gay guys. Why don't you go get him, Jason? I don't know. Just me talking out loud. Anywho, so that's Friday the 13th. Next week, I promise I will be more prepared. I think I'm going to do Vampire Hunter D, because it's vampires. So that's it. So that's all I got. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Go Phillies, go Eagles, go Devils. So I'll see you guys later. Peace out, Girl Scout.